Thesis topic which even today is worth reading. Got a prize, went to England, got a law degree, came to India, helped write the constitution, and everybody refers to Ambedkar as Bhimrao. Jawaharlal Nehru went to Cambridge and failed there. But since he was from the colonies, they had a special category called gentleman pass. So on his degree it says he got gentleman pass. He said, I come all this distance. When he came back, people started calling him Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. They should call Ambedkar Pandit Ambedkar. Now, can Mr. Nilekani be prosecuted for this? Answer, yes. Under what law? Prevention of Corruption Act. Under what section? Section 13, bracket 1, bracket D, part 3. And what does that section say? It's such a broad section that he cannot escape. In fact, Chidambaram should not have escaped, but he escaped because he's a smart lawyer. And crooked lawyers are always more difficult to catch than honest people. See? And I'll catch him now. Now it'll be easy. So what does that section say? If as a public servant, he's a public servant, he's got a minister rank position in the planning commission. And his house in planning commission is getting, even if he gets 1 rupee salary is enough, even if he uses the office in Yojana Bhavan, which he does, he's a public servant. If a public servant obtains for anyone a benefit which is not in the public interest, then it is corruption and subject to prosecution and punishment for 7 years plus fine. Parliament term is only 5 years. Why waste parliament term on him? Now, he is a public servant. He has benefited all these American companies. Some of them have run away halfway. He has benefited all these introducers. He has committed an act of corruption. And now, armed with this standing committee report, all I have to do is go to a criminal court, special CBI court, and I'm accustomed now to going to these. I've been appointed special prosecutor in the 2G spectrum, which has never happened in the history that a man who is not a lawyer Yesterday I went and filed an application which has appeared in the Delhi Pioneer in great detail. And those of you who are on my Twitters, you can see it. The link has been given by Jagdish Shetty, where I had argued that in view of what Mr. Raja has now said to the Joint Parliamentary Committee, Mr. Manmohan Singh and Mr. Chidambaram should be summoned back, in my case, not in the CBI case, in my case, as witnesses. And that will happen. And then I will see, I try to get the truth out of Manmohan Singh. If there's anyone who can make him talk, it's me. He has done one national service. He has refused to resign. Why is it a national service? Because if he had resigned, that Buddhu would have become Prime Minister. We don't care that. But what really happened is this. I've got it verified by eyewitnesses whom I will summon also. in the court that Manmohan Singh originally said to Raja, auction. Please consider auction. And before you take any decision, inform me. November 2, 2007 letter. I have written a book on 2G spectrum scam. It's reproduced in that. Raja went back and within a few days he writes a letter to the Prime Minister that I have spoken to the authorities concerned and I don't need to auction. I am going ahead with my method. Now who is that authority higher than the Prime Minister? Must be Sonia Gandhi. And Manmohan Singh then writes back the letter. Thank you for your letter, which I read with interest. No admonition, no, this is the Prime Minister's order implemented. But he accepts it weakly because he knows that this man has got clearance from Sonia Gandhi. All these kinds of things, see, this funneling of money out of the country on bogus projects, has now reached a situation where 120 lakh crores are there in illegal bank accounts abroad. Do you know what the total income tax bill is in our country? Just 2 lakh crores, which you and I pay because we don't have chartered accountants. Nor are we so poor that we are below the tax limit. The rich have chartered accountants to evade taxes. It is the middle class, the professionals who have to suffer. 120 lakh crores. If you auction spectrum, you will get more than 2 lakh crores, more than what the CAG said. Even a 10% auction recently gave you 68,000 crores, which Mr. Chidambaram included in the budget and said, I brought down the fiscal deficit, as if he brought it down. It was pure auction. After 2G auction, there will be 3G auction, there will be 4G auction. We won't have to pay income tax if we resort to alternative methods. First, you must plug this. This UID project, technically I will not argue. Mr. Nilakani knows that I have access to the people who are brains in this project. I know the people in the Massachusetts Institute of Technology who gave him the inputs and what they told me subsequently. Most people abroad think that we are idiots who have accepted this unquestioning. It is unquestioning. Where is the questioning? So therefore I ask you, please don't get into this nitty-gritty of technicality. Raise this question, has this project been vetted by any parliamentary institution? Answer, no. Is this a statutory commitment? No. Is it something where the foreigners will get access to our data? Yes. Is this something that will stop corruption in NREGA, in ration cards, etc.? No. Because they are not concerned with it anymore. What does it do ultimately? It gives you a 12-digit number that you can... Is it a citizenship proof? No. Then what is it? And if you add up those numbers, it comes to 8, I am told. I have not added it up. And 8 is a dangerous numerological number. So I urge you to treat this election not in terms of how many water taps have been put. Because we are in a very, very crucial crossroads. I think all of us, and I have myself demonstrated it, and the party suddenly told me, we can't put you up in New Delhi, we want you to fight from Raebareli. I said, I can't fight from Raebareli, it's such short notice. I'm dealing with a Rakshasi, how can I go and... I need 4 months. And I told them in January, I'm ready to fight. But they didn't, but I didn't make an issue that they didn't give me the New Delhi seat, which they had told me themselves to come and fight so that the AAP people should be free. Today is not a situation of any personal inconvenience caused. It's a question of getting decisive leadership. And therefore, we have seen that present leadership is not decisive. The Prime Minister can't even speak, he doesn't speak. I asked him once about 2G, what he said to me. So Indira, Sonia Ji and Rahul Ji is all the Gs I know. I don't even know any Gs. It's a spectacle for the whole world to see the Prime Minister being put under a thumb of a lady who was not even past the 5th class, who's not even an Indian, and dominating him. It's not that I am against the Congress party. In fact, Rajiv Gandhi and I are very, very good friends, and with his help, I created this Chandrasekhar government. Narasimha Rao was so good a friend of mine that he insisted my joining the cabinet, but I said I will not join Congress because the great sage of Kanchi, Shri Chandrasekhar Saraswati, said, do anything in life but never join the Congress. And I look back today, had I joined at the pressure of Narasimha Rao, what would have been my position today? Either I would have to be like Manmohan Singh, or I would be like Narasimha Rao up there. So therefore I am saying to you today, the issue is the country's security, the country's welfare, the country's ability to meet its inside enemies. Don't go by newspaper reports that we have taken X, Y, Z and that we are not like everybody else. After all, you remember from Ramayana, when Rama killed Bali, what did Lakshman say to him? Why did you choose Bali? This Sugriva is a debauch, a third-rate fellow. Bali is a man of character. You should have sided with him. What did Ram say? Says, we have to go to Lanka, Lakshman. I need an army. And Bali has signed a defense agreement with Ravan. So I will not get his army. The only way I can get an army to go and rescue Sita is to kill Bali and make this rascal a king and take his army and go. And so he chose the inferior alternative. Sometimes you do that, but don't go by that. You just see who is going to be in the leadership. If you are convinced that he is a man of decision, a man of a record, then at that stage, you have to decide. The country is safe today, the country is protected from terrorism, the country is doing economically very well, there is no corruption in the country, then of course the choice is obvious. But if none of these, then change is necessary. Who can bring that change is for you to decide, not on the basis of local issues, but as people did in 1977 and 1984, it has to be on the sole basis of what is good for the nation as a whole. This is the message that comes out of an analysis of the UID. It's a major scam. I'll certainly prosecute it using the Prevention Corruption Act. But if you empower me with the help of government, it will be done very quickly. Without the government also. And you people of Bangalore have always been the most enlightened. I can't speak Kannada, but my parents used to speak Kannada because they lived here. They died here also. And my sister still lives here. So, and in the emergency, very often I used to come here and hide. The people were hospitable here. So Bangalore should set South ablaze with formulating the theory, the principle that this election will be on national issue, not on local issue. Thank you very much.